What's next for Facebook? One of the most hotly anticipated IPOs of the year. Investors are wondering if the company is closer to making its debut. For the latest, let's go to Senior West Coast correspondent Jon Erlichman. Jon, I moved you to the White House.
Don't ask me any
What's
White House
happening?
questions. I can't answer those, Margaret.
Well,
but
they're
I can tell
betting
you
big on Silicon Valley innovation.
Absolutely. So obviously everybody wants to know when Facebook's going to go public. Not just the bankers, the investors. I mean, this arguably could be our biggest business story of the year. This is going to be, if they go public, the largest IPO in history. Remember that people have had this ability to trade Facebook shares through the private markets. What Bloomberg learned was that starting today and through Friday, those trades will not be processed, which generally happens when a company is getting ready to go public. Now, we can't say that the fact that these transactions are not going to be processed means definitively that Facebook is ready to go public, but the math suggests we are getting awfully close. The expectation was they were going to have to make a lot more of their financial data available by April, and so if they have to do that, well, they might as well just go public, and to go public, it does take time, so this would be around the time when you would expect them to do that filing, Margaret.
All right, who's going to lead the IPO, Jon?
You know, I spoke to a very influential venture capitalist this week, somebody who's speaking to bankers all the time about taking companies public, and his bet would be Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. Those are two names that lead most of the deals out here and have been mentioned several times over the last few months. The other side of this, though, is that there's going to be so much retail interest that Facebook is really calling the shots, and that's why it's still not clear who ultimately is going to be the banker. There was even a report earlier this month that the company's chief financial officer wrote up the filing, which is something that the bankers usually do. So it's not a normal situation, and at $100 billion, this is by far not a normal-sized IPO either. Margaret?
And it's certainly not, Jon. Thank you very much.